So I just had a conversation with somebody at a pizza place, and it almost kind of got me riled up a little bit. But it was kind of an opportunity to educate somebody, or just let them know that you don't know everything. And it happened to be something to do with Africa. I think only since I've moved to Canada have I gotten into so many conversations about what is Africa and what isn't Africa. And I think it's very important to make sure that from whatever country that you come from in Africa, especially if you're living in Canada, to uphold your country in the best light that you can. It doesn't even matter what made you come here, what was the reason, how bad things are in your country. I really don't think that you should add to the negative light that it's already being seen in. And a lot of it is stereotype. A lot of it is just the bad rep or like the bad news, that things that people have heard, and that's all that they know about your country. So yeah, like he was asking why I moved here from UK, and I was trying to kind of say what, like, the process took a while when we applied to move to Canada, first of all. And then he was like, oh, the boat took long, right? I'm like, no, nobody comes to Canada on a boat. And he was trying to say, oh, they go through Italy. I'm like, no, we like, that was like, hello, people think you guys are here from a boat, like you got here on a boat. The hundreds and thousands of us that move to Canada and worldwide, everyone thinks you come on a boat. So that got me like, no, people would like, that's so wrong. And then he was, trying to ask about Africa, like, oh, Nigeria is a jungle. And bear in mind, I think it's Chinese, it's a jungle. I'm like, there's jungles in Africa? Nigeria is not all a jungle. It was like, it's a desert. It's like, it's not all a desert. And I'm having to like, and the thing is, he was very quick with his statements and comments. And I'm trying to jump in and just like, no, like, that's not it. Do you understand? Like, and then he was asking, where do people move to more? Do they move to UK or Canada or US? I'm like, yeah, like, Nigeria is huge. The population is how many hundreds of millions of people. So wherever they are, like, they're all over the world. We're all over the world, and it's going to be in large numbers. So, and then he was like, oh, when he went to Las Vegas, the Nigerians are taxi drivers. I'm like, no, no. We're professionals. A lot of Nigerians in the US are doctors, and it's like, I have to convince or try. Obviously, he has his image or his mind made up, like what Nigeria is or what Africa is, and I'm like, Africa is not a country. There's so many countries. Like, if you want to see the animal, even I haven't been to the safari myself. Like, so I don't, like, people think that the country or the country is filled with bananas and just animals everywhere. It literally is so weird. And again, I don't know if it just happens to be the age that I am at. When I've come to Canada is when I've now been involved in these conversations, but it is quite annoying to have to constantly educate certain people, especially when they're like at their big age. I keep saying it, at your big age, you don't know this. And it's okay. But don't like be open to learning. If I'm from that country, allow me to tell you what the country is all about, right? Why are you the one yelling at me what my country is or how I got here or how people, like, don't do that. So it's kind of like, whoever you are, Africans, do not even add to the conversation in any way, shape, or form that may be negative. Do not laugh when people say, oh, your country, your economy did that. No. You might know like the full details, but only put out the positive, because people out here do not see you in any good light. A lot of people, and I've gotten into these conversations many times at the workplace, on the bus, it's ridiculous. But people don't know. And it's so different for me because, like, in England, I'd never go into these conversations. I never, ever. Like, again, maybe it's just because I wasn't old enough to get into these conversations, but people never, like, I wasn't even, like, called black girl. It's here that I know, like, oh, I'm a black girl here. Like, it's so different. So, I mean, guys in Canada, look out for yourself. Uphold, like, literally at your workplace, dress the best, drive the nice car. You don't have to show off, but just look neat. Get to work on time, as many as you can. Get to work on time, contribute positively. Do not ever add to the negativity that's like being painted on Africa. Thank you.